Well, you see me more often now, so yeah.
Well, hello everyone. Let's make sure that we're right heights. Okay, and here we go. Just plug in for right now. Things weird. It's fun. You see that?
A relic gives lotus bearers. Oh, right, okay. So there's a common misconception, and I was myself was guilty of this, that if you are in the lotus, you cannot die. That is not true. You can definitely die within the lotus. However, when you are have the bracelet set on you, and then you have a lotus on you, you have a little bit. You're basically kind of how's it put? Um, you are back to the state you were in when the bracelet was put on you. So essentially, it puts a pause on you for a bit, and it kind of tries to heal you. However, if your injuries are severe, you can still succumb to them. You can still die to them. That's going to be a big point. Is one of the big points of this is we are not a hospital. If you are injured, if you are a customer is injured, we're not in charge of their medical. Please call an ambulance, send them to a hospital, get them somewhere safe where they can mend themselves. We don't want people dying because of a misconception here, okay? Let's see. All right. The relic itself limits magic greatly. Only touch spells can still be cast, although they'll be greatly dampened. For example, you can cast a spell like Cure Wounds on a person, but normally where you would be able to fix a giant gash, you could like fix up a few cuts and bruises and stuff. Okay. Let's see, or you can numb pain, stuff like that. The bracelet itself blocks the access to interdimensional to teleportation, interdimensional spaces like bags of holding, and bound weapons. This bracelet also has an alarm that will sound upon appearance changes. This includes invisibility. So if you become visible while you have the bracelet on, it's gonna yell at them, or it's gonna yell at us. The bracelet also self-adjusts to the wearer's wrist, and the gem on them can color change to whatever color the guest wishes. What the Lotus does, which quite a few of you have, it allows the user or the holder to use their abilities undeterred from the effects of the relic. Um, right. Oh, okay, just making sure. All right. All right. Another thing we have for basics is breaks in timing. I think we've all kind of noticed we have a maximum of a 1 hour kind of shift. We don't want people working past that. We don't want people stressing and having to work the bar or the door all the time they're here. We want people to have a chance to walk around, interact with people, and do their jobs in other ways too. We don't want people stuck in one place for forever, and we want people to have a chance to relax, to make it fun for everyone and to keep everyone accountable, so we all have a chance to spread a little bit of the work around, but also spread around the fun.
So we're not having my nails.
Right. Uniform stuff. Now we don't enforce a uniform because that's the thing. However, if you want to create a uniform, our colors are purple, gold, and black. We have suits, such as the one Cordelia is wearing, and like Thomas created, like all different types. they look lovely. If you don't want to, or if you also want to add a name tag, we do have those available for you. Right. I have notes that we will be sharing upon the website, and
Gosh.
those notes have a link to, or have a link to somewhere where you can get a name tag if you want to add such things to your person. These can help customers identify you as well as other staff. So, if you want to do that, that's more than you're more than welcome to do so. Do you want me to just go through the rest of it and just, or how you want to do this?
It's up to you.
I do. Okay, I'll wait for the
Do
teamwork
your
stuff.
teamwork thing, Slade.
Yeah, go ahead.
Teamwork. Gotcha. All right. I said this before, like last time, but when I'm addressing this, I want you to know I'm not saying this as if we are battle buddies or anything like that. The Purple Lotus is a family. There's a lot of people who come here who this is their home. A lot of people have started a lot of our lives here in Zafira here. So, we have to treat each other with respect, accountability, trust, communication. It's the cornerstones of anything, and it needs to be the same here. If you have problems with one another, complications that you feel like need to be addressed, speak to one another in a private setting where the two of you can sit down and genuinely have a dialogue. If it's something that worries you, concerns you, threatens you in any way, shape, or form, even to the smallest extent, bring it up to a higher up, and we will help deal with the situation safely and according to whatever needs to be done. We have to work together. That also means if you're chilling and you haven't been called on a single thing to do all security, and you watch as there's a single person sitting in bar and they have no one or nothing, give them an open hand. When you check into work, you are here to relax, to enjoy your time here, but still to work, and that means helping one another, not leaving each other behind, listening to one another, being that open shoulder if someone needs it. The only way for the Lotus to continue to be the bastion in lower Zafir City is for us to take care of each other. So listen to one another, speak to one another, help where you can, and if you have any problems, bring them up to higher ups. And we'll do everything that we can to better your guys' lives, so long as you continue to better your lives for each other. Anyone have any questions on that? Fantastic. Let's go next.
Michael? Speaking of,
God, you're
Hello.
fucking here.
Shut the fuck up. So, one of the problems that I've noticed that really everyone has noticed is sometimes people get injured, like I currently am. If you come to work and you can't work, don't fucking come here. Don't work. For example, I am injured, but I have not been working, with the exception of now doing this. Medical leave exists. Please use it. If you are security and you're injured, depending on how injured you are, you may be permitted to work bar if you're not critically injured. But don't come here to work if you're injured, especially if you can't work. If you feel that you are being told you cannot work when you can, you may feel free to go to our new medical lead. Her name is Kiri. She can clear you for work. Otherwise, you can get a note from your doctor. Is that understood? Any questions? Okay, seems like a no. Now, another problem that I've noticed that I wanted to specifically go over is dissemination of information. People are not taking information where it needs to go. If you feel that you have found out something concerning about a patron or about a member of staff, you need to bring that to higher ups in staff. Not spread it among patrons or other civilians. The massive issue that comes from doing things like that is that information spreads like wildfire. It can ruin people's reputations because it telephones. when you tell somebody, hey, this guy's kind of an asshole, the next time someone hears it, they might say, this guy's a murderer. You don't know what people are going to do with information that you give them. You don't know if they're going to get themselves hurt or other people hurt, or even the person you're talking about. So, if you find information concerning, please go to head staff. They will help you, they will talk to you about issues, and they will deal with problems. But there have been way too many times that I have heard rumors about people rather than hearing it from somebody telling me, hey, there's this problem. Does anyone have questions about this? Concerns? All right. Given this information, I'm going to go over a chain of command. Both in general and in emergency situations, you should refer to your higher-ups. If they're giving you a direction, please listen to them. Please respect them. They have worked here for longer than you have, and they have reasons for being in the positions they're in. Sachi, he's the head of the Lotus. His decisions are final. You have heads of departments, bar staff. Your current head is JC. General's head staff is Everest. She goes over most of the general things. She can help you with both security and bar problems. Security, the current heads are both myself and Runic, back there. At the CLA, that would be Calypso and Athena. Our new medical head, Kiri. And the garden head staff, Min. We have been introducing a new role that is currently managers. It's above Lotus holders and below head staff. The only person who is currently in that position is Slade. Eventually, we will be getting more people, but this is what we have for now. So in emergency situations, if Slade is talking to you or if you have a problem and none of us are there, please go to Slade. He's very reliable. After that, it's Lotus holders, blossoms, and trainees. Does anyone have any questions about that? Okay, awesome. After that, so you guys are aware, we are opening up signups for first aid lessons that Kiri will be handling. You can message her if you would like to sign up. If people complete first aid training, they will have the option to become a part of the medical team, and they will receive a pay raise, both for the training and especially for becoming a part of medical staff. But you will also receive the responsibility of being a person who knows how to give medical care. And should a situation arise, you will be required to help. Obviously, we're not a hospital. If people come in severely injured, we turn them away. But if there is an incursion situation, or if somebody is hurt while working, or if somebody's hurt just while they're here, if it's not something that we need to send them to a medical professional for, obviously you would be required to help. Any questions about that? Awesome. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Before we continue on, is there any questions about any of the stuff, basics that we have gone over so far? Anything? Going once. Oh, yep. You have to speak up.
Approach the stand.
Is there any signifier for med staff visually?
Not this time, no.
Will be
Okay.
introduced.
Yes, I will say, fun fact, we were actually talking about that before, and yes, there will be we are organizing something, yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Toma, approach the stand.
Go on.
trainee, go.
You can stand here. I can repeat your question.
Yes, I want to clarify for the locals. Is it possible to activate and deactivate it, or as long as you're wearing it, is it active?
The question is whether you can activate and deactivate your Lotus, or if as long as you're wearing it, it is active.
The answer is you
I'll-
have to take it off for it to stop being active. As long
It
as you are
cannot
wearing it,
be-
it is active.
It cannot be on your body, basically.
Thank you.
Cool. Any other questions?
I will add that to the notes.
Yes,
Get
Foxy.
here. Approach the stand.
Hello, my wife. I'm just
Hello.
clarifying if something is still in place. I remember Sachi told me a while ago that the relic, or not the relic, the Lotus, after about an hour of it being off of your person, it transfers to the Lotus as a signal if you're in danger or you need help or whatever, as well as can bring it back to you because it is bound to you. I just want to make sure that those are still in place.
So the question is that basically can the Lotus, so after an hour, a Lotus comes back to you if it's not on your body, and it can also basically be brought back to you. So the answer that I have been given from Sachi himself, he can correct me, is that if someone that is not you attempts to touch your Lotus, it will recall back to the Lotus itself. As well as if I believe Sachi himself can recall Lotuses, basically at any time.
Wait. I think he's coming up. Are you coming
Come
up,
up
Sachi?
here! Come up here! Come up
on.
here!
He's coming.
Yeah,
He's coming.
because there's a lot of misinformation about what the Lotus actually, how the Lotus recalls.
I got
I'm
you.
afraid to say you did it. You got the big
So-
man to get on stage.
When you discard your Lotus, put it away, you can will it back to yourself. If you discard it away but try not to will it and make sure to stay away from you, it will come back here to let us know that, well, if you guys are ever in danger and you can't communicate with us and you have a Lotus on you, right, you'll be able to let us know that way. This is mostly for Lotus holders, especially since a lot of Lotus holders tend to do certain acts to make sure that the casino is safe. Obviously, over time, those who don't have Lotuses will eventually get one, though the relic itself monitors that.
Thank you.
And I cannot recall Lotuses.
Oh. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that one. Thought you could. Anyway, there you go. Does that answer your question?
Right to your face.
Cool. Any other questions? Yes, Mike. Come up here. Come closer.
You just said that the Lotus would come here. Can you attach a note to the Lotus so it can be used to write down where you are, or does it only take the Lotus itself?
Well, let me figure this out. Sachi, can you attach a note to it? Nod if yes. Is that a thumbs up? Okay, yes. Yes, you can.
Yeah. There you go. Any other questions?
Also, I'll take a quick moment. If you look behind you, right there, the person in purple, that is Kiri. That is your medical staff. Now you know.
Shall we go on to bar then?
Go for it. I'm gonna write
Alrighty.
this stuff down.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to go on to bar. As previously stated, this is mainly security training. However, bar can come into it at points in time. So at a later point, we're going to discuss with JC and Sin about having a specific bar training later on in the day. But we're going to go over a couple of things that people may have some questions about. So number one is carding. Please make sure that whoever you are serving alcoholic beverages, they are over the age of 21. I am putting my foot down on this. The age that you need to purchase alcohol at the Lotus is 21. So if you think, if you look at somebody and you think that they are under the age of 21, just go ahead and card them, okay? But if obviously you're not going to go ahead and look at Slade and be like, oh yeah, no, he's definitely under 21. Like,
That's
use
12-year-old
common
right
sense.
there.
Yeah, 12-year material.
16.
So,
Like 16.
yeah, basically, yeah. If you know someone's over 21,
Like
don't bother carding them. You're fine. Going on to the second point. Specialty Fey drinks. Including Fey wine, Fey nightmare, Fey daydream.
As well as suicide buckets.
Suicide bucket as well, thank you. So ensure that you are telling them that if they are human, they will need to sign a waiver because a Fey wine is the proper description is that it will kill a human. So you need to be very careful. If a wearer, if a person states that they are human, make them sign a waiver. If they do not sign the waiver, do not give Fey wine to them. Full stop.
Just somewhat messed up on the material for
As a
some
quick
reason. That's
example,
going.
by the
That's
way,
the
the
horns.
last human that drank Fey wine literally turned into dust. Glitter on the floor. Just so you're
Yep.
aware of how serious it is.
So please be very, very careful. And make sure they sign that waiver. Because the moment they sign that waiver, we have no responsibility what happens to them. Because they understand that what they are drinking is very dangerous. If they look human at all, go ahead and get them to sign a waiver. Even if they don't, even if they look just human, like if they look like a demi-human like me, it doesn't matter. And if they say they're not human, that's fine. But at that point, they're if they are human, they die from it. At that point, they're lying. They're liable. So, and another point is we are not responsible for the consequences of over drinking. If you see someone that is too drunk, just cut them off. But if they don't seem like they're drunk, but they've over drunk to a point, remind them that you are not responsible for the over drinking, okay? But cut them off if they are drinking way too much. That's the simplicity of it. Another point that was added in the previous session is that do not buy alcohol. Patrons cannot buy alcoholic drinks for other people you cannot see. If they're sitting next to them and you're buying it for them, that's absolutely fine. That's not a problem. But if you cannot see them, do not sell them an alcoholic drink for them, okay? And last but not least, apparently, this was brought up, but we don't do tabs. That's full stop. No tabs. The only time we've ever done a tab was this Thursday, when we let special guests in, and that was it. So then that was communicated with Sachi. So, yeah. Do we have any questions about buffings? Tish.
Same as last time, rook time. Mind them.
Rook time. Right. Yeah. Sorry. Do you mind writing that down? So there's a difference. So, rook time is a mana infused drink. Fey wine is wine from basically the Fey realm. So they're two separate things. You will get drunk if you have a mana pool on for a rook time, and yeah. So thank you for reminding me.
Essentially, Fey wine is made for and by Fey people. The Fey have an extreme tolerance to fucking alcohol because they drink a lot more of it. And their physiology is completely different than humans. So there you go. Very different.
Yes. There you go. Any other questions? Julie.
Can you go into more detail about the rook time properties? Like, is it actually alcohol? Is it like... Is it only when you have a mana pool, or is it when you consume mana as a food source, hypothetically?
Okay, so yeah, the question was what exactly is a rook time, basically. So, a rook time is mana infused with vodka. So yes, you can get drunk off of the rook time, and you will get a lot more drunk if you have a mana pool. But if you don't have a mana pool, you only get drunk of the vodka. It's pretty much the be-all end-all of it. Does that answer your question? Cool. Alright, any other questions? Alright, cool. That's it.
Cool. All right. The last thing is gonna, or not last thing. The next thing is securities. Good.
Alright. Alright. Meat and potatoes, everybody. Reason why we're here. So, security. We're gonna go ahead and touch on it a bit. And if at any point any of this feels like I am talking down to you guys, telling you information a lot of you guys already know, please understand this is in no way meant to say that you guys either don't know anything or you're bad at your jobs. This is meant so that everybody can get the same amount of training and information so that we're all collectively on the same page. I want to go ahead and start with the importance of the job. As you guys know, Lower Zephyra is a crapshoot. It is dark, gritty, and there's problems everywhere as can be. The Purple Lotus is a bastion for a lot of these people to give them a place to breathe some clean air, drink some good alcohol, enjoy a soft cushion, and a good conversation. Security, your job is to make sure those people can also feel something they don't get to normally feel, safe. Our goal, our job, is to make sure that anyone who enters this establishment is safe and given the exact amount of respect that any person deserves. Which means paying attention, showing people respect, and doing your job is incredibly important. Coming here and slacking off or deciding to not do your job and just waste time can put people's lives at risk. So you need to take the job at least somewhat seriously. Being able to work together, be on time, take care of the door if it needs to, help out at the bar. It's a tough job.
Mhm.
But we all decide to do it because we want to give in a little bit to make people be able to feel safe and to give back to the city just at least a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and get started with one of the first things, the door. What is the door? Well, the door is that fantastical little blue section of squares right there where people come on in and get their stuff taken care of. There will always be 2 people at that door. Now, if staff is so low that we can't do that, there's mandatorily 1. But so far, at least for the past couple of months. I have never seen a day where we have so few security that we can't have 2 people at that door. Now, there's been a lot of instances of people just either not paying attention to the door or not responding to breaks. When you're at that door, you're gonna need to keep your attention on that door and the inside of the establishment so people can leave and people can enter. Now, there's 2 people at that door, so there's a couple different ways you can go about it. One person can look outside of the establishment, one person can look inside. Both of you can look inside at each other, so that way you have vision of both sides. There's a communication role between the 2 of you, but we can't have constantly customers coming in and having to be like, "Excuse me, sir, may I enter your establishment, please?" That's not professional. That makes us look lacking, and that shows an amount of not care that we need to fix. So, pay attention. It's an hour of your time, and I know that sucks, but it's an hour of your time that we're welcoming in people, giving them great customer service, showing them that we care, and allowing them to be into the establishment with the information that everyone has of what the establishment is and how it all works. Which leads into our next point, which is going to be what you actually do when someone enters the actual building. First thing, and this one's been missed a good bit, so we do need to readdress it, wardrobe checks. Some people's outfits might be a little bit louder than others, and in that case, it's incredibly important to make sure to have your little chart, check them, and inspect that their outfits are good. Sometimes, if someone's been entering the establishment multiple times, it's a good idea just to do a refresher and check on their outfits. Sometimes people do little alterations every now and again, and we need to make sure that everyone who comes in here is wearing the same amount of clothes as everybody else. We don't want anybody being too loud and causing fluxing and other kind of issues in relation to it. You don't have to do it every single time, but considering that there's 2 people at the door, it's good for at least one of you to do a wardrobe check, just to be sure. Following up on this, there's the size limit. A lot of people don't know the size limit. I've seen ongoing arguments here and there, but I went ahead and got the final assertion for it. If they are so tall that they have to basically lower down to get through the blast door, not the main doors, but the blast door itself, the big old one, they're too tall. Too big. If they have to crouch down to get into the scanner, it's fine. But if they have to crouch down to get into the blast door, too tall. Too big. Also, if they have open wingspans and cannot close them, or a tail that's about the size of this stage, it's too big. They gotta either wrap that around or decrease their size a bit. A or B on that one. If they do enter for the first time and their outfit is a little bit loud and it's their first time, they're given 1 warning and they're allowed to come into the establishment, but after that, they're not going to be allowed back in. Following this up, we've also got the blue light scanner. Now, what exactly is a blue light scanner? Blue light scanner is a fantastical device that can and will scan any and everything on a person. Everything. There is no hiding it. There's no hiding anything from that scanner. So whenever someone enters, you're going to make sure to very politely ask for any weapons, harmful items, or consumables. This includes things like rings. Good on you for that one. Stuff like that may potentially be harmful to certain people. You will ask, and sometimes that is going to require you to have a wee bit of a conversation between the person entering. This is very important for the safety of the customers. Don't feel like you're rude or intrusive just because you want to make sure that that person's not wearing something that could potentially harm a fellow customer. So then we're going to go ahead and touch on a couple of little smaller things as well. For instance, a couple traits of the blue light scanner, which is very important, is that all guests that are scanned are also checked for any of the purge protocols, if they are synthetic or robotic. If you don't know much about purge, it's perfectly fine. You can ask a higher up after the training is done to get further elaboration on that. But There will be no sneaking or hiding of that. Scanners are designed to specifically pick that out. So if anyone does try to do anything, or any synthetics try to do anything in relation to that, it is noticed immediately. You can find that on the logs in the center console whenever you scan somebody. Let's see. Also, it is able to detect any life signatures as well. So there's no sneaking or hiding anybody in. Mind you, most people don't do that, but considering that we also have a bunch of animatronics that may be designed to carry someone inside, this is one of those examples of being able to detect life signatures within them, for instance, to be able to tell, or if they have something on them that has a consciousness that is alive as well. Scanner can pick that up as well. Weird that I have to say that, but God bless math. So then we're going to go ahead and touch on to what to be said the first time someone comes in. Now, this is incredibly important. This is first contact with the customer. They need to be told, and told in a respectful, kind tone, what they are walking into. It is very important that you put on your best face during this. This is a person's introduction to the Purple Lotus. They have not been here before. It's their first time, so we got to make them feel like they're welcome here and that they're actually coming into a place where they can feel safe and be respected, all in the same spectrum. So a couple things we want to go ahead and touch on. You're going to want to check for sentience and age, okay? Sometimes we do get certain creatures who enter that look just like animals but then can speak perfectly fine. Or maybe the only thing that they can do is tell you that they love you. It's one dog so far, but it's good to keep note. Good way to do this is to try to speak to them, of course. See if they have actual sentience. If they do, it's fine. If they don't, they will be sent out. We're not going to just start welcoming in just dogs and cats just start roaming around the place, because I don't know if any of you would like to clean up dog shit, but I personally would not like to. Following up on this, their age. Only really have to check on this if they look underage. If they try to go buy alcohol or anything like that, the wonderful bar staff will make sure to card them if they don't recognize them or if they look it. If they're a child, a couple things to take note on that one. Number one, we are not a daycare. We are not. If they don't have their guardian, they are not coming in. If their guardian is here, they will wait by the door with a security member. Somebody will inform one of this other security. It will go to the announcement area and announce for that person's guardian to go and pick them up. But to take note of that, we are not a daycare, which means if a parent of some kind needs security to look after their kid for a certain amount of time, we will oblige, but not for a long time. You're not obligated to watch over that kid the entire time, and if the kid is left with you for too long, you'll take him up to the front area and they'll sit there with the two door members. That is the protocol for what to do with any kids that come in. Preferably, we would rather not have a bunch of kids coming in here, but some people do bring their kids, which leads on to if any of you have kids who you bring in. We are family here at the Purple Lotus, and the biggest exception will be to your own family as well. And if you have to bring your kids for whatever reason, we will assist in looking over them. That's our way of giving back to you for giving back to us. Following up on that, after you've gone ahead and addressed their sentience and age, we're going to go ahead and touch on to the effects of the building. Let them know about the relic, what it does, how it affects them. We don't want them to have any kind of misconceptions or confusions. We want it to be very clear, very concise. Don't ramble. Stay very to the point. They don't have any questions. Don't feel any additions need to add or do anything crazy. Just tell them exactly what the relic does, exactly what the bracelet does. Keep it very concise. Following on that, the layout of the building. Where is the bar? What are staff rooms? Where is the stage? Where is the performance building? How to get upstairs? How to go to the black room? How to go to the cafe? All of these are... Where is the bathroom? That one's very important. You want to make sure to inform them of this. Once again, stay very concise, stay very quick and simple. You don't need to add a whole bunch of crazy phrases and stuff like that. Just tell them, where is the bar? Where is this? Remember to keep it nice and strict. Following on that, there's the last thing, which is going to, actually, two last things, I apologize. Don't jump into the damn fucking thing here. See this? We're doubling down on this. No more of this, alright? It was never funny, and now it's just annoying.
It was kind of fun.
So we're gonna make sure. If you would like to discuss with me how it's funny, we can graciously go outside after this is over and I'll gladly talk to you about it. But no more of this. No more of this. We're going to make sure to inform them and let them know. And if for whatever reason anyone jumps down this, if we can try to keep note of who's doing it, they will get a warning. If they have not already been informed. Actually, I'll leave that to head staff. But it needs to be addressed. People need to stop doing it if they are doing it. And the last thing is the free drink for the first timers. Following on this, what about synthetics? A synthetic does have the right to give their free first drink to someone else. Stipulations: that person has to be with them at the bar, and the drink has to be safe for said person. Good example, a synthetic cannot give their free drink to a human who could then order Fey wine. I don't think we want to clean up dust off the ground or potentially be the reason why someone died. I think we can all agree on that one. Then we can go ahead and touch on the fun one, the one that's most important: acceptable items. What can you actually bring into this establishment? What can you not? Well, it's very cut and dry. Number one, no consumables of any kind. None. Nothing. There is no excuse. There is no example. If someone does need medication for whatever reason.
Slade. You are slightly wrong. Except vending machine food and the sweet potato man food. Those two are acceptable food items.
Oh yeah, we had added
The scanner
those.
will be
We had added
able
those.
to tell the difference.
Gotcha. Okay. Vending machine, sweet potato. Do people actually get food? Conversation further.
Yes.
So, then there is the no weapons. None. Now, of course, it's important to make sure to ask the customer if these items can be unequipped. Sometimes they cannot be. Robotic arms, a mystical blade that is attached to their body. In these cases, we basically will use things like the bracelets. I think you said...
We have 3 ways to fix these problems. If somebody has, let's go with a very spiky, very scary sword that they can't get rid of because it's soul attached to them and they'll die if they ever get rid of it. There are 3 options to try and make this so that they can still come in the building. First of all, you can use bracelets and zip ties to make sure that it cannot be unsheathed and cannot be taken out to where it can hurt people. As well, we have what I call the marshmallows, but actually I think they're like foam pieces and stuff that you can attach to pointy bits, so that way people can't stab things with them. Those are your options.
Right. And once again, it's also just important to ask if they can even unattach them at all. Don't feel disrespectful for asking this. It is an important question, and it can be asked in a very calm and reasonable way. Are you able to detach that weapon from your said person? Very easy, very simple, and very important to do. Following on that, we've also got no active magical items outside of sentient beings. Now, of course, what do we do then if that magical item is a sentient being? Well, a great example is Sapphire with her book. Give it a bracelet. Same as the others. And that's basically the assertion to it. It's then affected the same as the building. It'll only be given enough magic to be able to exist. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and touch on what items are acceptable. This in lines with stuff like canes, pens and pencils, laptops, phones. These are not weapons. Someone should be allowed to come in with their laptop, sit down and do a little bit of work, play on their phone, write in their book. These are all possibly fine. These are not intrinsically weapons. But if they are used as weapons, they are going to be immediately kicked and receive a warning as well by head staff. It's without question. Last but not least, I apologize, but now we're going to go ahead and touch on injured patrons. You are the first ones to run into injured patrons. So, what is the procedure for doing this? Number one, we are not a hospital. You've also heard a little bit of updates on how actually the relic functions in terms of healing. So this is not a be-all, end-all, solve all of your medical-related problems. Someone could come in, think they're going to be saved, and then die on the floor. And I don't think any of you want to be the cause of that. So, anyone who comes in injured, and this does not mean they are in a brace or in a wheelchair, but someone who is bleeding, arms, all kinds of burnt, static, active injuries, they will be looked after by a single security member, and somebody will call an ambulance. Ambulance will then arrive, it will then be escorted out and be brought to the hospital. That is standard procedure. We're sticking to that. We won't let them just die outside, but we're not going to be the ones to sit there and solve all of their medical related problems, because even the medical training you will be receiving does not make you a doctor. Field care and triage. Doctors are the ones with the specialties, and they're the ones who are going to be able to take care of those people and actually actively save them. Next, the scanner. Now, there's a little bit of talk about it. Scanner does actually have logs. Only head staff can look at them. So if for whatever reason you need to look at those logs for whatever reason, you'll need to go to head staff to be able to get them to actually go through them and communicate that with you. Now, the last one is actually really important because we had actually brought that one up. When the lights go out, maybe back before, which I can like kind of half recall exactly. I remember that there were giant fish that used to go running around down in the sewers. It was understandable.
I remember them. They took
to
my
have a
fucking
lot of
hand, Slade.
Took her hand. See that right there? That's serious. We don't have those issues anymore. Now we have raccoons. And the occasional sewer bear. So we don't need an army of security running down into the sewers to go deal with the problem like that. When the lights go out, protocol is we will send 2 security members for assessment. Then, if the problem is nothing, they can then turn the power back on, and the issue can be dealt with, whether it be a sewer bear or some raccoons. Why are there raccoons constantly attacking us in the sewers? I don't know. Not my problem to deal with. But, role is 2 people. And lastly, just to touch on this one. Yeah, I know, but like raccoons in the city?
They especially go in the city, whatever, anyway. Oh, raccoons.
Still, last one. Most important thing, and this one is something that we're going to go over a little bit during the actual incursion training as well. Friendly fire. You are security. You're the ones who have the weapons. You have the guns, blades, magical powers. You carry an incredibly powerful tool with you. You carry a tool that can save lives. You carry a tool that can take them just as easily. It is very important for us to use them accordingly. Many times we're going to have to deal with threats that are crazy. Things are going all awry. You're getting all kinds of different messages in your comms. Everything's going crazy. But you have to focus. You have to focus because if you don't, no one else is. And if you're losing control and you're carrying an instrument like that, it can lead to disastrous things. It can lead to people getting hurt. It can lead to people's lives being taken. Some of us are personally affected by this. So we want to do our best to be better. During this training, as well as during your off time, practice. Train. Some of you are not soldiers, and I would never ask any of you to be. But if you are going to carry a weapon and try to stand up to protect people as security, you need to be ready. To be careful and to do your best to work together. Because I think we would all like to come home at the end of the day. It's my security spiel.
Does anyone have any questions specifically about the security basics we went through today or right now? Going through once, going twice. Oh, Tama, come on down. What's up? Oh, okay.
This is more of a personal question since you don't want to deal with it. But do any of the weapons we have in the back for incursions and such, do they have any smart capabilities?
I do
I
not
have
think so, no.
no idea. Oh,
I do not think the weapons that we have smart capabilities. If I would say maybe talk to Sachi about it for more details. I don't really know how to answer it.
sorry. All right, any other questions? Anything else about security? Oh wait, there's Asachi. Okay. Oh, he's going. He's going.
Continue. I'm gonna talk to Tom.
Okay. They'll take
Come on,
care of
Proxy.
that.
Come here.
Proxy,
Come on.
come hither.
I'm asking this because I do not know when in this whole thing, if will ever be mentioned. What is the radius of the relic? That is also
Oh,
The radius of the relic, essentially, when you are in the building, it is fully working. As you head out of the building, it slowly, gradually stops working. When you get to the very far corners, that's when it starts to like be severely weakened. If you are the further that you are towards the building, the better it works. If somebody's right on our door, it's working.
all right. Any other questions? Kleptus?
Good question. Slade started to mention it, but he got stopped for a moment over another thing. What is the medication protocol if someone needs that as a consumable?
So
it's
if
a
somebody
question of-
requires
Go ahead.
if somebody requires medication, they are allowed to have it. However, they cannot bring it in the building with them. Either they have to leave it with security staff to give it to them when they need it, or they need to put it in the box and come and get it when they need it. We cannot allow people to carry medication around with them because there is always the opportunity that someone will take it from them to eat it, or that they will give it to other people.
All right. Any other questions for security basic stuff? Again, we're going to be talking about specifically incursion stuff in just a moment. The questions? Yes, no, going once, going twice. Sold. Okay. Cora, did you want to talk to the incursion stuff?
Yes, I can.
Go for it.
Okay, so first let's go over what is an incursion. An incursion is if we have active enemies outside of our doors. AKA, giving an example, there's 5 scrappers outside and they're shooting up the place. That is an incursion. That is, there are enemies outside of our doors. A invasion is when they are coming into our doors. That is a much more serious situation. We're going to go over specifically incursions and then also invasions. So first of all, if an incursion does happen, the first thing you should be doing is looking to your department heads for guidance. You good, Slade?
Sorry, I had to scratch something. It's my bad.
Jesus. First, you look to your department heads for guidance. If you do not have a department head or Sachi there, you will go to your managers. Currently that is Slade, but there will be more people in the future. After that, you follow, obviously, Lotus holders, Blossoms, trainees. That's why I stated that earlier. You want to look to people who are ahead of you. But first and foremost, you should be looking to your department heads. Bar is to keep guests comfortable and exude an air of calm. These situations can be very chaotic if we do not keep the inside calm. The second that a panic throws out, the second that people start to get scared, that's when we have a problem. Because then we're fighting a front on two sides. And that's a big issue. There should always be at least 2 security and 1 medic inside the casino in the case of an incursion or invasion. That way we have people away from the fighting in case of an invasion. Because if 2 people get through that door and there is no one on the door, obviously they're gonna do shit. That should be obvious, but somehow it's not. During an incursion, specifically if there are people outside, guests are to be escorted to the 2nd floor. And they are not allowed to leave without a portal or an escort. Now, let me make it very clear. Do not escort somebody into an active incursion. If there are people outside, do not take them through the sewers and do not take them out the doors. We do not want them to be involved in fighting. We do not want them to be around fighting. I don't care if you have a bubble shield, if you're 100% sure you can protect them. I do not care. If there's an active incursion, the only way they will be getting out of the building is teleportation. We have ways to do that. If ever the Lotus is breached by a serious enemy force, lockdown must be initiated and evacuation protocols are to immediately go into effect. Evacuation protocols go as such. Either one, if we have the time for it, you go to the PA. If we do not, the reason we have them up there is because someone can come down to the stage and very quickly announce for everybody to get into the white room for evacuations. The teleporters are to the left and right of the cafe doors. If you are aware of the inset chairs, that's where they are. We will go over how to use those during the practice. These will be able to teleport guests to a safe location in Zafira outside of the danger zone. If those do not work, you are allowed to use portal magic if you're capable of it, but that is going to be a very rare occasion. Bar staff must check that all guests are ushered into the evacuation zone. In the case that a guest refuses to leave after a warning, you may be allowed to use reasonable force to evacuate them safely. If they continue and you cannot stop them, call for security. We have to get them out of there. I don't care if they're some fighting god. I do not want to be responsible for them getting hurt. Because they do not work for us. After all guests have been escorted out of the building, bar staff may evacuate with them. The teleporters are designed so that they will disable a certain amount of time after people have not been coming through them. So you will not be followed. Are there any questions regarding this? I am still surprised that there's none. There weren't any last time, but I'm surprised there aren't any now.
Crystal clear.
All right. In that case, I guess before we go to the incursion stuff, does anyone have any questions regarding any of the information we have given so far today? Anyone at all? Going once. Going twice. Oh, okay.
Sin?
Oh, that one. Okay.
It's in Snowbell?
have 2 over there. Okay.
If it's by portal or teleportation, it's the same place. Having that be the specific place, that is one of the safest places that we can take them. That's why we choose that one specifically.
Teleport them to?
Oh, where to take them to? A safe distance. There, I can send logs to people of specific locations they can send them to. If they have capability of making portals or have teleportation devices, I can send them to you specifically. But basically, as long as they are far enough away that they will not be in danger.
Probably one of the portal anchors in Zafira. That way they can get to wherever they need to from there.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll send you a location then.
Yeah.
I can send you some specific places.
Okay, we had 2 over here. Tish?
So, we mentioned them very quickly. Sewer bear milk.
What about
If you
sewer
have
bear
questions
milk?
about sewer bear milk, you can ask Sachi after the meeting.
You know what? Yes, please do. Ask him all the questions about sewer bear milk to your heart's content.
He is extremely knowledgeable on it. In fact, he's
Oh,
coming
here he
over now to
goes.
talk to you
Here he
about
is.
it. There you go.
Oh no, he's running. No, he's running.
Oh no, he's going to get
Okay.
sewer bear milk.
Anyway,
He's going to get it, I think.
What was your question, sir?
Something that Slade said earlier, and
Mm.
realised. I thought that the fairy wine drink and the suicide bucket didn't count for the thirst-free drink.
No, they do. They
They do. They do. I thought, yeah.
Always been able to.
Yeah,
I
they-
think
they
that
do,
they
they do.
do.
Yeah.
Fairy wine does, suicide buckets do not.
Okay, there
So
you
those
go.
are multiple, more than one drinks.
Yeah.
Because those are more than
The
one.
suicide
drinks.
buckets do
Yeah.
not count, but fairy wine does count. Though again, obviously you want to check people on that.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's up to JC and Sin.
Anyway,
got the
any
fucking
other
look, I knew it.
questions? Any other lovely questions from our lovely going ones? Going twice. I can't see you.
I know
Okay, sold. All right. About avoiding the sewer bear milk issue. All right, we're gonna have some show and tell, pretty much. So, do you want me to have them go over the place? Yes, or do you want to direct them?
Yep.
All right, ladies and
got it. It's all
gentlemen,
good.
if you could go ahead and stand up, we're gonna have a little field trip to the scanners. Stay in the little inner part where the doors are. So, yeah, we'll be right there.
But I'm comfy. What if I don't want to?
What a fucking shame.
Get
What a fucking shame.
Okay. Are you awake?
Yes, I am. I'm A-okay. They are fucking lounging. Yes, I am.
You're lounging, man.
Hey, well, how long we had to be here, I don't blame you. I was lounging as well.
I don't need to do this again, but...
Covering him in milk.
This was all things that we were taught on our first day.
As in, oh, information.
For example, the shield generator and escorting people inside.
Oh, we're gonna show that. We're gonna show the shield generator right now. Well, not right now, but once Slade does his.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, couple things we're gonna go ahead and go over relatively quickly.
Everybody moving close so you can actually hear him. Get up there. Don't be shy. Go on.
Alright, let me actually
Come
remember
on.
that.
Close, snuggle
in
in.
a little bit so they
It's
can
not
hear
like we've
you.
got any
Slade's gonna tell you a
diseases in
bedtime
the world
story.
right now to make people stand 6 feet apart. Come on. Hey, don't cough at me. What the fuck?
No, you want to see him.
Actually, there's a very
let's see,
important
yeah.
reason why you actually want to be inside.
Yeah, you do
Funnily
not
enough.
want to be there right now.
So,
Yeah, don't
first
go
thing I
in
want to
there.
go ahead and touch on is stations. First, we got the rage cage. In here is going to be where the security camera system is. It's relatively simple. There's a little station in there. You press it, pulls up the cameras. You can then click on through to go through each of the security cameras. It is not a necessity that we have somebody in here, but if we do have an abundance of security, it would not be a bad idea just to keep an eye on the cameras every now and again. Helps us keep track of any potential problems that may be happening around the actual place, as well as it's our first line of defense for things outside, helping us try to get an idea of who or
Oh,
what is
that's your
outside causing whatever
stuff.
unnknown related issues.
That's your
There is a
chemicals.
station
There's
here,
whatever.
and there is a station down below. Unless you are head staff or
That's like
management,
part of
you
her.
really
She
shouldn't
has
be
short
going
dress, and then it
down
goes
there
to
and going
her.
there, but if for whatever reason you do, it is
He's a
another
jellyfish.
location that also has security cameras to look at as well. But it also has the servers down there, so you want to be a little bit careful.
Fun fact, there is actually one in the kitchen as well. But, if you guys want to use that, go ahead. I'm not
If
even
for
know
whatever reason we need it, but it's there.
I don't know why.
So, next,
It's
we
always
want to go
been
ahead and
there,
touch on a
really.
visual example. Who here has been here for a lockdown?
Yes.
Actually, no.
All right, not exactly a huge number. So, during a lockdown procedure, there are two buttons that will only be made visible if you are clocked in to work. One that turns the lockdown procedure on, one that turns the lockdown procedure off. Whenever we turn it on, sound warning, this will happen. As you can see, look up there as well. Red. Yep, look up there as well. This also includes the inside of the offices as well. You will hear this noise and you will see this red hue of the wonderful alarm. Now,
These bad boys right here. As you can see, the blue lights are now red, as well as the door is also red.
I should really get like a microphone or megaphone.
Yeah.
this is the blast door. If you are not clocked into work, can I get one example user for me, please?
I am not logged in.
You cannot get through that. There you go. So, also, one more thing that hopefully none of you will ever have to see again past this point. There is a fun knob right here. Now, what does this thing do? Well, as you know, there are some fun turrets that sit right up there that are well designed for dealing with any problem that actually enters the building. Now, whenever they enter, all you have to do is hit this fun little button.
I can also.
Oh, then maybe it's gonna fire. Oh.
And the guns go off. Don't worry about the
Honestly,
one
I
that
thought they were more
flew.
for
That
show.
didn't
Don't worry
happen.
about that. That's fine. There's also
That was like 3,000. Another knob in there as well.
Yeah.
if you're in the nest. It's over there.
Yep. So, if for whatever reason any of the enemy opposition starts coming through that door, the situation has then become, as listed, a invasion, and that lockdown button goes on to effect immediately. Then the threat can then be dealt with safely with the turrets, and once head staff has been notified, the security lockdown can be deactivated if the situation calls for it. But now that you all have experienced it and seen it, hopefully you never have to know of it again, but it's good to at least know what it looks like, what you can do, and what happens during the situation.
Additionally, if the lockdown is on, right, you can walk through the barriers as well as going outside, because there is a barrier that does appear outside as well to prevent any further people.
Yeah. Also, under any circumstances, if there is a patron inside that room and they've come through, inside that room. Don't activate the turret. Use common sense. Come on, man.
Swiss cheese.
Unless you
This
really
follows
don't
once again the making sure you do not use friendly fire. If someone comes through that door, don't immediately use the guns. Because for all you know, it could be one of your friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which
Analyze
leads into our
situations.
next big one.
Wait,
Which
can
leads
the,
into
Can the
one-
barriers be broken through? Like if there's enough force on it, will they eventually break?
That hasn't been happened yet.
I haven't. Okay.
We have not
That
found a
doesn't
unit
answer the
yet
question.
that
That's
has
true.
the power to do that. What I
It's
can
an
tell
unknown.
you is,
It's also a terrifying
if
thought.
for whatever reason there is somehow a unit that is so powerful that they are able to not only get past that blast door, but also break through that barrier, we are evacuating.
We should be already gone if we hear pounding on the door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If a situation gets so bad that we're having to hide here, we are leaving. We are evacuating. That is without question. Your lives are more valuable than a building.
I mean,
Buildings can be rebuilt.
They would come through the wall before the barrier.
Thank you, JC, for more stress we put on our heads. Hopefully they won't. Remember, enemy oppositions love coming through doorways. It's like they can't get through anything else, so we're gonna try to run off that, okay? Don't
one
worry
more,
about
one
it.
more question. The barrier. So there's, the sewers out, like the sewer grates outside. Does the barrier block off those as well, so they can't get into the
Yes.
sewer? Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yes, there's a bird upon your head.
People who are not signed in cannot get in through the outside sewers. There are locks.
Same locks, same barriers, same effects. Now, this leads into one of the most important jobs during any incursion. 2 people at this door. Mandatory, no matter what. There will be 2 people here. Now, if for whatever reason you decide to swap out with them because maybe the person who is standing at the door is more combat proficient to go outside and you're less combat proficient, that is perfectly fine. But no matter what, there will be 2 people at this door. We do fight enemies that are fast, that are evasive, that are quick. And we need to make sure that our patrons are safe no matter what. Now, bar staff has the wonderful job of making sure that patrons are safe during an incursion and calm, moving them up to the 2nd floor and keeping them away from disastrous issues. But sometimes those problems find a way in, and that's where these 2 come in. You are our safeguard. And I know, you're not getting to go outside and do a bunch of crazy cool things, but understand that what you're doing is keeping people safe, and that is our job. You want to go be a soldier somewhere else. If you want to actually protect people and be security, what we do here. So, in those situations where an incursion has begun, this is how it will normally be dealt with. Number 1, first, there will be communication. Don't think that because there is a problem outside, it is time to load up my gun and go sprinting outside. Inform your fellow security. Inform head staff. Inform the bar. Let them know, and then trust the bar to deal with the customers and the people in the way they need to, being to moving them, relocating them, keeping them calm. And then once security has been informed, we will then tackle the situation. Now, different situations call for different amounts of force. We do not need the army of the Lotus to go sprint outside to deal with 3 scrappers. Your motivation is loved and welcomed, but Jesus Christ, we don't need that much. The beauty of this building is it is secure. Don't look up. It is secure. So, we can take a moment to actually...
It's got a
shield.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
I
bulletproof.
never thought of
There's
that.
a glass
It's
bullet.
sturdy. It's tough.
We are in a very secure building. So when a threat begins, we can actually stop for a second, fortify, and figure out the situation. There's a lot of cover outside as well as cover inside, as well as we have a very mixed band of melee users, magic users, technology. We have a very wide array. But leading into that leads into one of the biggest problems that we've constantly had, which is friendly fire. So, while you are working here, there are certain roles each of us have to play. Many of you who use swords, shields, plasma blades, the whole shebang, you are defensive. You can sprint into combat and fight that issue, but how many of you have bullet holes in your back? Answers everyone. Answers everyone. So, the best way to fight against that is for our swords and melee-based users to instead hold a defensive line. Take cover. Use yourself as a shield if you have it. You're going to be the protection that our melee and magic users actually use. The way that this should go is that when an incursion begins, we should all quickly and precisely communicate and move out. People who have our swords, our shields, our melee weapons, you hold defensive lines to make sure that our guns and magic users can deal with the situation accordingly. This is very important. If you have a sword, you should not sprint into an enemy that is being shot at with a gun. You don't need to. Guns are fantastical tools in dealing with long-range threats.
Amen.
But, as a person with a gun, remember, a bullet is a bullet. Just because I'm wearing armor does not mean that bullet still couldn't ricochet and hit me right in my throat. So, every time you pull that trigger, breathe, focus, and squeeze the trigger hard and hold that gun stable in your hand. If any of you do not feel safe using the guns or firearms that you have, please come to me and I will personally give you one-on-one training. This also includes fighting. Any of the kind. You come to me, I will take all the time out of my day to teach you. That is a promise to anyone who works here. Now, let's go ahead and everybody go ahead and step outside with me right quick. I want to quickly go over a couple things.
I don't think I want to walk in the door that has the turrets. You scare me.
Too bad.
Where's the turrets we
Don't
used
be
to have?
afraid of them. Just
As long as it doesn't start flashing red, you're fine.
If I can't see the turrets, they can't shoot me. If I can't see the turrets, they can't shoot me.
They very much can.
Oh, hold on.
Wait a sec. All right. Welcome. Now, this will be your main... For some people, it'll be a welcoming field. For most of us, it's going to end up being the place where we probably are going to have to do most of our fighting. Now, take a look at what we have here. A plethora of cover. A long way down there for them to have to travel down. And a very valuable number of people as a resource. Which means working together, staying focused, and being careful. You have a lot of cover to use here. Use it. If you want to go do some super special kung fight whatever move, go do that somewhere else. When you're here, fight safe, smart.
There's something I wanted to also make everyone aware of. Because I've noticed people have not been using some of the tools that we have access to. I apologize for interrupting.
You're good.
In the rooms where we have most of our tools, most of our weapons, we have this. It is a shield generator. It only lasts for a certain amount of time. I'll have to ask Sachi later how long it lasts specifically, but having any amount of time with extra cover, about a minute, there we go. I'm still gonna ask Sachi later for further. Sachi, how long does it last? I see you.
About a minute.
Okay, perfect.
Say that about a minute.
He's somewhere here.
Also,
You can see-
you can grab extra batteries for it to reload it.
You can grab extra batteries. So you can see what this looks like. Don't worry, it's not going to push anybody out of it. There you go.
Oh shit.
Apparently not! I got punched!
Just got
Well.
fucking launched! And then you get out of it.
So maybe it's just people that never got clocked
Did you
in. They
did
don't
you not get clocked in?
Let me out.
Oh my goodness.
So, just so we're all informed now, if you are not clocked in, that will move you. It's a learning lesson for everybody.
But it also might
Friendly
hurt guests, so
reminder.
just keep that in mind.
Friendly reminder.
That very much in mind.
In.
Yeah, we just got here.
Alright, let's wrap it back up towards Slade.
Alright, so, during an incursion event, alright, we have to remember a couple different things, alright? There are 3 main avenues that the enemies could arrive at, alright? They've got the outside edge, they've also got left avenue and right avenue. Now, because of this, do not calm down during any incursion-based event and think that just because you have dealt with the threat, you can now chill out, put your gun on your back, and strike a pose. Second you do, they're going to come out the opposite avenue that you're standing in, and then we're going to have to pick bullets out of your ass cheek. I don't think any of you want that any more than I do. So, whenever an incursion event occurs, there's going to be 2 different statuses, yellow and red. Red, and no one's gonna say this is something to keep mentally up here. Red states that there are enemies visible. Yellow states that no enemies are visible, and you're keeping yourself ready. Think of it like caution. Whenever there's an incursion event, until upper staff say so, you are going to be in yellow unless enemies are out there, in which case you are red. So remember that. An incursion event is very serious, so make sure to keep yourself aware and active during the entire thing. And if for whatever reason you are moved all the way up to where you're up there, remember, there are 3 avenues you can be attacked from. So pay attention. That also means watch each other's backs. During an incursion event, we're pretty much battle buddies, which means we have to watch each other's backs. We can't go asking customers to fight our battles for us. This is our turf. This is our home, and we protect it. Unless the threat's so bad that we have to run, in which case, gun it. But if we can't fight it, we're gonna. Which means we have to look out for one another. So if you notice that for whatever reason Toma's just enjoying the fight too much and he's just up there just wrecking house, and there's about to be an army of people about to come shooting him up to the point where he's gonna need new robo legs, maybe, just maybe, go get him. Or if he's not
Please
listening,
don't call me out like that.
oh,
I'm
it's fine.
joking.
Or if you need to,
I'm kidding, Evan.
if anyone, any security staff is not listening and they're, great example, they're up here fighting and they are very much injured and they're not listening to anybody, don't take that into your own hands. You could potentially do something that could accidentally harm them even further. Upper staff, any of us, we will make sure that they are safely moved.
I'd like to keep.
Anyone have any questions on that?
I
That's
will
one.
pick you up like a princess. Don't make me.
Oh my.
I will move you.
Duly noted.
And I promise you,
Duly noted.
I will move you in a very aggressive fashion. Don't make me.
Oh.
Go on.
Can I volunteer?
Okay. What do we do in situations of we're being attacked? There's people going everywhere, and a patron that enters.
Okay. If a patron enters, they are priority number 1. Now, a intelligent patron would enter, see guns going off, and gun it. Unfortunately, the Lotus is such an intoxicatingly wonderful environment that they just decide to come sprinting through bullets and hell to go in here to pay for their extremely overpriced drinks. So, we
It's like we sell crack in there or something.
Brutal.
We are going to do our best to protect them. So, whenever a customer just seemingly appears, number 1, pay attention with your weapons. If any of you accidentally hit a customer, we're done. The amount of cleanup we're gonna have to do, as well as maintenance and taking care of them, if they're not even dead, is gonna be immense. So pay attention with your weapons. Don't get into this. A security event should never be fun. We're doing this to protect people, so pay attention. When a innocent person has appeared, and they will kind of appear unfortunately, our job is to get to them and get them inside pronto. That is priority number one. If anyone has shield protection of any kind, they are your priority. We will get them inside safely. And then if they are injured in any way, shape, or form, we will help tend to them inside. Which is why the medical training is very important as well.
Do want to point out as well is that once things are quieted down a little bit, we're still on amber. Do not go out and look around the borders unless a head staff or Slade tells you to. Because we need to, after it's done, we need to ensure that they're not going to come back. So yes, we will do border checks. However, don't do it without an upper staff telling you to. Alright, cool.
I have another question or two.
Go.
Whenever
Wonderful.
things are at the yellow-ish, or like after things have calmed down, whenever it comes to patrons, I'm asking this because we've done this before in the past, do we have a security member escort them outside to wherever they're going? To either the car or sides or whatever?
Now, we actually have two things that we can do. Remember, the black room can be used as a portal to teleport people out. That is the safest avenue. And to my knowledge, I don't see any reason why we should have to escort them out. Because we can just use that, correct?
We can just use that.
All right, fantastic. Then, priority, we are just going to be using
an
that.
active incursion, that should be the first thing you're using if you're trying to get somebody out. That, or if you're someone like Percy and you can make a portal, you can just do that for them, as long as they are able to go through said portal.
Alrighty.
Is there not a back door?
Another question.
That is the back door.
That is the back door.
Some people
Another
don't
question.
like portals.
That sucks for them.
Would
They
they
can suck it
rather?
up.
Would
they rather get shot?
Here's what I'm gonna tell you. If a customer says I don't like portals, I'm pretty sure portal is going to be above bullet. They can take the portal.
And death.
There's
have,
also
and technically the
it's
ones
also a
upstairs
teleporter.
are teleporters, not portals.
Right.
They have two
I have
options.
another-
They have portal or highway to hell.
Another thing relating to
That's a
if
heat.
anyone, like if someone that we're fighting does get into the building, if they somehow get past the two this big somehow, they get past the two security members that are there, I'm assuming, unless if they have a gun, they just chase them down or just have really good precision with our gun if they are still on if patrons are still on the lower level.
So I
Patrons
will
should
go ahead and
not
tell you
be in
this
a lower
is
level at that point.
this is a very, very big what if. But what I'll go ahead and tell you is when an incursion event starts, the reason why the communication is one of the most important parts to start with is because bar staff should be getting any and all patrons to the upper floor. Now, with the upper floor, that glass is protected. So that way everybody can see exactly what is currently going on in a safe environment. So that way if somehow someone is able to get past those two, it's visible to be seen. Now in this case, there are many of our bar staff who are also our security. It is your responsibility to keep those people not only safe, but calm. They would also be able to stand up and protect if the situation called for it, being that if that person were to get to the second floor, they only have two avenues. And I do not believe that they would be able to slip by our two people at the door, avoid any damage or fire from that point, make it up into the elevators, and then still somehow be able to get past any of our bar staff and get to the customers. That's enough walls and avenues that we should be able to stop them.
However, should more than one person break through our security at the door, should we have multiple people, enemies coming in, that should be the immediate moment that bar staff announces for everybody to get into the white room to evacuate.
If it's not safe to get into the white room or the black room, at that point in time, hide them behind the bar, behind the banisters. Just try your best to get them upstairs. However, just avoid gunfire, avoid getting into combat
more
at all.
of the interior later, Everest.
Can we just lead them through the offices?
Away from this part.
True.
We're gonna take care of that during the indoor part. This is the outdoor.
Yep.
So we're gonna go ahead and pause on that for right now. But what I will go ahead and tell you is, if a situation gets that bad, that means they're getting past all of us outside, and that has become an invasion at that point. That's when lockdown starts kicking in and all that. So we will address that a little bit further inside, but these are really, really big what ifs, because we are going to take care of it outside. Now, let's go ahead and look into a example of a incursion. Is Snowbell still with us?
Hello.
Right behind you.
I am here.
Up there.
Bird. Snowbell will be our wonderful incursion for the night. Apparently, someone has decided in Zephyra to start messing around with mutagens and all kinds of different things, and accidentally made a giant ice abomination. So, we are going to be going over what to do during this kind of incursion. I'm giving an example. Snowbell's wonderful. Also, don't tell me that's not exactly what you think it is. So, security staff, if you could do me a favor, all of you, go inside, clock in, and grab yourself any of the weapons. They have been loaded with blanks.
Fun part.
Who does it? Snowbell was.
Even though I'm not security.
Okay, everyone.
Please, let's get an orderly line to both candidates to attempt to get them quickly and efficiently. I now have my pistol. Please, next.
Oh, the
And
laughter.
everyone, please, as soon as you get any firearm, point it down to the floor or straight up to the ceiling. We do not want to flag anybody.
I'm not
Ariga, please.
security. Did I?
Stop. Are you security?
I'm not.
She's a bar.
For this example, simply watch. However, do keep in mind. Okay, here we go. Of course. Please, come with me.
I don't even know what staff I am. I work for the company,
Hi.
So,
Well,
bar staff
everyone,
are taking
one
part in
thing-
this as well.
Bar staff, how about we grab the squirt guns? Just for, like, safety.
Or only those that have gun training should grab a gun, maybe? Oops, I grabbed milk cutter.
That's why I'm suggesting that I grab a squirt gun.
I think they said that.
I've had basic training, but not in depth.
I mean, David's taught me how to handle a gun.
A plasma rifle.
It's the SMG.
Plasma shotgun too?
Just a rifle, I think. Just a rifle.
This thing actually has the capability.
He's gonna be targeted at least.
Man, you sure are acting like a cyberpunk.
Homie wants a homing weapon. Shut the fuck.
For training, I'm going against cold.
Plasma rifle, please. Return that for something else. The plasma rifles are really fucked in the sound department. So yeah, that's all.
Everyone out here doesn't have.
Club this.
Okay.
Did you
Okay,
grab
and then
the
throw the phone inside.
shotgun?
Thank you.
Yes, I grabbed the shotgun.
I'm proud of you.
That's a water gun. Isn't that the one that fucks up?
Yes, I did.
You know, it's not loaded with blank. I should be fine as long as we don't get close.
You know what, Flade?
Yeah, you guys will be fine. Yeah.
Flade, I'm gonna help them
What?
out.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I'm just gonna.
Oh no.
Oh, and they gotta.
I'm in the fucking potato van. There you go.
I got you.
I'll just be in the potato van, so I can still,
Yeah, I got
witness this.
Wonderful.
All right, if I can get my bar staff. Bar staff, you guys are gonna be standing over here. Stand over here with our. Oh, you are going to be a cheeky little bastard, but that's okay. There are multiple types of threats, so it's very important. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So for this incursion event, I'll go ahead and give you guys the scenario, the situation. I want everyone to listen to me. Now, this will be kind of.
Come on again.
Now, this will be kind of fun. We'll be a little bit silly, but try to take it seriously as best you can. Because remember, these situations can happen and can be very, very serious. Our wonderful bar staff will be allowing themselves to be our incursion events. And they will be attacking. Now, security. All of you currently are being given weapons. Now, of course, during a security-based event, you will have access to your own tools as well. But this is meant to give a little bit of training to help you guys worry about aim, accuracy, and focus, as well as your positioning. Communication will be key. So, bar staff, if you guys could do me a favor, I want all of you guys to start at the car. And do me a favor, go ahead and join Barcom.
Oh no, they didn't. That's an actual gun. I hope that
We
one
have
is
to
not
work
loaded with
together.
real rounds.
I thought it was come with various rounds. I got a water bottle.
All of these are loaded with blanks, by the way. If any of you didn't hear, these are all blanks. So we shouldn't harm anyone. If you want to do that, go ahead.
I'm not
I
taking part.
recommend you don't.
I'm not going to,
Or
obviously.
get yourself a good lawyer.
You know. Don't shoot the lawyer. You'll get sued.
We're gonna game
Shoot
this.
the lawyer.
Oh, shoot the lawyer.
You can't sue me.
This is the part of the program where we remind people not to turn their
I'm
guns
not
silent.
I'm talking about a lawyer.
Oh, wow, that's fucking nuts.
I hope you never
point
do.
your gun at me.
I hope it.
All right, security,
But
if you
the
could all do me a
total
favor, please, all of you join security
No.
comms if you are not already in it.
Have fun.
Fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and have you
And
guys
get
all in there
going
so I
from
can go
inside.
ahead and take care of the instruction part of this. So, just so we are 100% clear, here is the situation. You have all been working a long and very tiring shift, but time has finally come where we're getting close to ending. But one of you who will be inside of the security cameras area will suddenly notice a odd disturbance sitting out there by the car. You will know outright that this is a threat. What I'm going to have you guys do is I'm going to position you guys and allow you guys to communicate, come outside, assess the threat, and deal with it. Remember, you all have weapons that have blanks. All of them are blanks. Even if it looks like it's shooting, it is not. Your wonderful bar staff will react accordingly, and the idea for this is to get you accustomed to reacting, communicating, and responding. Okay? So, here's
It's
what
gonna
we're
be a
gonna do.
wonderful
All of you
time to
guys, come inside with
shoot.
me.
Wonderful.
Point it to the floor or point it up. Do
Oh, I'm sorry.
unless you're ready to aim at a target. Thank you.
Sorry, Thomas.
Yeah, you could say that again, Sylvia.
Remember, everyone, please don't flag anyone with
Poor
bombs.
timing.
You're gonna be,
Or
you're gonna
poor
be
timing.
my door guardians. Who wants to be my two door guardians? Got one, got two. Boom.
Let's go.
Alright, you two are gonna be our doors. Let me get one person who wants to be in the rage cage.
I volunteer.
Boom! Got you in the rage cage. Sorry about that. You are right outside my view. You decided to position yourself there. That's very unfortunate. Now, for the rest of you, I want all of you guys to move more so over here. A little bit more inside the building. Alright? Now, here's how this situation is gonna go down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go communicate with the bar staff right quick, make sure they're all good. Okay? Whenever I say scene, this is how it's gonna go.
Wow.
Your main goal is to communicate with everybody else that there is a immediately inform them that, hey, I see people outside, armed, dangerous. When you have informed them,
Security, you will respond accordingly. Heading outside and ensuring that you have 2 people, who are your doors, making sure that that area is going to stay safe. You are also going to inform upper staff. That's going to be me right now. Once you have let me know, I'm going to send you guys outside, and you will be dealing with the threat. Remember, each of you are currently holding guns, and I see that all of you are aiming them down, which is great. Do not flag your...
Don't have your finger on the trigger unless you're ready to aim and shoot at the target. Please have it on the trigger guard.
Sorry.
Until you're
And this
ready.
is why I said weapon training is going to be very important. But we have you guys all with blanks. But remember, these are guns. These are powerful tools. We need to treat them with respect, and that means aiming, taking cover, protecting yourselves. This is just a dry run. So, try your best. It's okay if you make mistakes. That's perfectly fine. If any of you do not feel confident with your use of the weapons, training, or anything of the sort, once again, and I will restate this a million times over, I will personally train you if you need it. So, I'm going to go communicate with bar staff right quick, and when I say scene over the comms, exactly what I have stated is going to go down.
Rage Cage, baby. You're gonna take care of informing the rest of the crew.
I love that it's called the Rage
Inform them.
Cage.
You are going to ensure that 2 people are at the door, and then you will inform me that you guys are going to be heading out there. I'll let you guys know to go ahead and get on out there, and then you guys will deal with the problem as it goes. Okay?
Shotgun's not that complicated. Understood.
All right.
Yes.
You sure you're okay with this, Sylvia?
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard like 5, 6 different names for that fucking.
You know, this gave me a long
Gay baby jail.
and we were going
That's
to
my
the
favorite
shack
name for it.
Gay
beforehand,
baby.
and I
Okay, but that's on purpose.
yeah, that was a
Gay baby
I
jail.
tasted like shit, but
Clearly, I'm very
Fistful,
needing to learn.
box,
of
crow's
course
nest.
you as well.
Clearly, I'm very needing to learn this stuff.
Proxy, aim your weapon down and do not aim it at others unless you fully intend to shoot them, even if it has
No, they're
blanks.
making me participate. I was just gonna sit and watch.
Does not matter. Down. Please keep your fingers off the triggers, people. Come on.
I'm testing it. The blank.
You want to try?
No.
Doesn't matter. We treat
should
every
be treating
firearm
this
as it.
like it is a live round.
Joke's on you, I'm going fruity.
Correct.
Yes.
Treat every firearm you come across as if it is loaded and live.
You already know I carry blanks here.
Proper firearm safety, everyone.
Yo, can I go get a hammer?
Imagine if you just aimed
I'm
it
about to win the
right
Nerf war
and
by
it was
melee
actually
only.
low, and then you just went.
Oh god. What the fuck did I just
Don't
say
even
to you?
do that now.
Exactly.
Even a blank can hurt you.
Go grab me a
It is
hammer.
Fucking. It's just gunpowder, but focus to the tube.
I'm winning the Nerf war by melee only.
Again. This is why my finger was off the trigger.
You see, here's an amazing thing I can do without having to actually pull the trigger.
Joke's on you.
Fuck you staring at.
You okay?
It's a tactic that works.
Yeah. Fair.
Please remain serious while waiting. Treat every firearm as if it is loaded and live. Don't pistol whip your fellow employees.
Small beans, roll them all.
They can't stop you from talking, however.
Let me get closer then. Generalized term.
Yes, thank you.
Good.
That is clearly the
Yeah,
issue.
got you, homie.
That's clearly the issue. Is my gun is not loaded. That is clearly the issue here.
Yep.
Not the loss of function of my arm.
We got the same one. Yeah. We really do.
There's only one kind of pistol Walker.
You know, Ethan, you do look really fucking cool holding the gun like that at your side.
Ah! I regained control of my arm. We were fine.
Hold on. Yeah, let me see. What the heck? Okay.
You working now?
I've been in for a bit of for most of the weekend.
I meant your arm.
Oh. Yes.
I feel like I'm about to lose my town.
Good thing it's blank.
More threats outside than I originally thought, so this is gonna be a fun old time for everybody involved. But take it seriously. That'll be fun for you guys.
Of course, sir.
So. All right, and scene.
Attention all Purple Lotus security. There are enemy hostiles engaging outside the Purple Lotus's front doors. Again, this is not a drill. Enemy hostiles have been detected outside of Purple Lotus's front doors. They are considered armed and dangerous.
Understood. Slade, do we have permission to go outside and check?
Get on outside. Move on out, boys and girls.
So activate the proper protocols.
Alright, got it.
Thank you.
Good luck, you guys.
Of course.
All ready?
Half of us take left, half of us take right. Right. Immediately take cover. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
How do you know I'm not just charging them with my personality?
Target. One above. Keep your eyes in the sky.
That was a fool. One big get in from the sky. Okay.
One from center.
Cover me. I will attempt to get a bit further. Tell me when you're ready.
Covering. Ready. One on your right.
Barrier's coming up.
How long do we have left on this barrier?
Left side. Reloading.
Barrier's out! Barrier's out!
Go!
Barrier down. Barrier up.
Okay.
Shit.
Only takes so much of an impact. If you see a giant creature swinging for you, it's a good idea to move way before it comes at you.
Watch it!
Rolla, get into cover. Up there, up front. I will move with you.
All right. Everybody stop. Everybody stop. Everybody stop. So.
We are stopping.
Let me go ahead and get everybody outside.
One might be sneaky.
Huh? That is one way to be sneaky, but we're paused right now.
Yeah.
Arigato. Probably snow creature. Well, good job to you two, Tom.
Oh my god, bar over here, security over here. Please don't be difficult. Okay, so, let me go ahead and touch on this, and I want to be really specific with this one. Number one, remember, big came swinging at you. Now, some barriers can withstand that. I would never trust a barrier to do that. So if you see any kind of large level threat that is swinging at you, when that thing even raises its arm, you should be all the way over in Wisconsin. Move. Moving is incredibly important for any kind of combat. Even outside of here, any combat scenario, when a giant creature... Wait. Fantastic. So, during any kind of combat scenario, any... Okay, fantastic. During any kind of scenario where there is any kind of creature of this... One more.
Gotcha.
One more and I promise.
Guys, let's not test it, please.
I know how to set a lightning arm to save.
I don't think they're actually shooting it.
Have they been going off on their own? Okay, fantastic. I take it back. So, some... Not a problem. We can adjust it later. Whenever any kind of creature of this size is swinging at you, move. Incredibly important. Number 2, you guys actually did really, really good at the start. You made some call-outs, informed your people, communicated directly, and then immediately ran into cover. Now, what I will say is that although this can be very much used as cover, it gives you a very, very small amount of space. So the best thing to use this area for is for quick cover displacement. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is if you're moving from point A to point B, you could just run around. Maybe you'll be okay, but you could be caught by a stray around. So it's a good idea to use this as a midpoint between A and B, meaning you can run here, take cover, look around, keep safe, move back over to the next point. Now, this is different if we have any users that have melee, shields of any kind. They can be a midpoint barrier to help block these incursions. Now, the goal was to see if 3 of these people could run over and touch the wall. Unfortunately, they were able to, although this required at least 2 of them to die in the process. So in my opinion, you guys had a success. This one right here was just meant to displace you a whole bunch. But you guys did do a good job. Remember, focus and cohesion are the most important things. During that scenario, none of you seemed like you were losing your minds. You were talking, you were communicating, and you kept with each other. In my opinion, the only things you guys really need work on is just a little bit of more combat practice and whatnot. That is something I am okay with you guys not having a huge amount of. I don't want you to be soldiers. I want you to be people who just care about protecting others. But if you want that combat practice or instruction, I want you to know I am willing to give that to you guys one-on-one whenever you need it. Just contact me directly, and I'll gladly sit down with you guys and teach you everything I know. For now, though, you guys did a really, really good job. Bar staff, thank you very much. As I'm just bar staff, thank you guys very much for helping. You guys did a wonderful job. You are a wonderful, ever so beautiful ice statue. Thank you very, very much. And to you guys, security, you guys did a good job. Remember, communication, cohesion, and focus. And you guys can do this, okay? All right.
Got it.
Thank you guys very much. You guys did an amazing job. If you guys could do me a favor, are they gonna need guns for their inside problem?
Not for the inside stuff, no. Basically
Not
just
for the inside. Then
showing
let's.
them where things are. Yeah.
All right.
put
Then
those
everyone,
away
go
for
ahead and
me?
toss your guns. We'll go ahead and take care of putting them away later. It's perfectly fine.
Fucking
Go ahead and toss.
I ended up. I'm taking this on.
That activated my fitter blade. Oh my god.
I have sweaty hands. I'm sorry.
Somebody got a picture of me.
Okay.
This is Robert. Give me your lunch money.
Yes, sir.
Stop, look at us.
My hands are still sweaty.
I just want to show people about the garden.
I will say, you are bar staff, so you should have been on the other team, but
Heading inside, we're gonna take care of the indoor.
I didn't even know what we were doing.
Incursion. Cord's
to the
gonna
bar.
be
End of the bar.
End of the bar.
Meet us at the front bar.
Oh man, this is really fun.
That's when there's a rotten egg.
We're gonna meet you at the front bar right here. Or the bottom floor bar, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, what would you like to drink?
Who wants Irish coffee?
Coffee, please.
I do.
If it has alcohol in it, I don't think that'd be a good idea. Not for me,
Irish
at least.
coffee is coffee with whiskey.
Indeed.
That's Irish coffee.
Yeah, no, then never mind.
How much was that?
Just ask for
I don't
Irish
wanna-
coffee. You didn't know what that was.
No,
I-
giving
If
people
you want
Okay,
to
I have
drink,
never
then ask
had
for
it
a glass of
before.
water.
I don't know, that seems fun.
I didn't know what was in it.
Here's an Irish coffee.
Give me your Wellington. I'll give you a bucket.
Trying to get
I know,
people
I'll give you a
drunk
bucket.
at work.
I was telling you.
No, Irish coffee is when
You
you,
can
take
have
a
mine.
coffee and an Irishman and you wring them out over the top of it.
Who
Yes.
wants Irish coffee? Irish coffee.
Can I
I
get
do.
a normal coffee, please?
Irish coffee. Anyone else?
Normal
yeah, it's a
coffee.
Minecraft thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say normal coffee.
Alcohol in it, right?
Yes.
I should get on there again.
Here's a normal coffee.
Getting
Pluma.
drunk is
There
probably
you go.
not the best idea.
No,
No
Toma,
alcohol.
this is this.
Have you
No,
not
I don't trust
heard?
you.
you want. This is your coffee.
The fact that you had to swap them
Okay.
makes me concerned.
Alright, there you
I
go.
was telling you to get straight.
Come on, trainee. Here you go.
Fine.
I'm not a trainee.
I'm
Got
just
promoted.
It's
Oh, they
okay,
were
I'm
trainee.
gonna double
It's
fist
okay.
coffee then. It's
Okay.
okay.
Alright,
See
ladies
ya.
and
If
gentlemen.
anybody can't hear me from here, please move up so you can.
Please move up, please move
Double
up.
fist coffee.
Just get
Awesome.
into my pocket here and grab my water bottle.
Okay.
Of course.
So I'm gonna go over kind of the basics, but what I'm gonna do as well, raise your hand if you would like to go through an actual scenario of it to practice. Otherwise, I can just give you the information.
Okay.
I guess
Some people want to do it, yeah.
Okay. Then we're gonna do a very, very simple one. Seeing as we have so many of you, it's obviously gonna be a little different than it normally would be. So, if everybody wants to come behind the bar, we'll do this the funny way.
Everyone behind the bar.
You know what? I'll either
I'm taking this register. It's mine.
Not today.
I will
Okay,
not
great.
tear this register. It's mine.
paid for this training, right?
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
yes, you
You
are.
paid for training.
Oh, we are?
I
Nice.
can feel the caffeine course through my veins.
I need my, like, martini.
We were told that.
Funny
at the
thing
first
is
one.
when I work here, this is the register where I set up the crates.
I was trying to get more sleep.
I mean, you technically had to be clocked in to get.
I have two. I can just share. Oh wait, no, this is mine. Fuck you.
Everybody can still hear me, yes?
Oh, right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we'll fight you.
Alright,
I am
so
what we call a
I'll
bad
drop bury
bitch
you.
in the
Hey,
industry.
hey, hey! Tish, guys. Thank you.
So, to go over things again, so that you get a second reminder, should an incursion event happen, and you are working the bar, or if you are bar staff in general, if it comes over the comms that there is an incursion event and there are people outside, you are to immediately start trying to get people that are patrons to head upstairs in a calm and relaxed manner. Obviously, you still want them to be speedy, but we don't want people to stampede each other. If it is a very, very scary, like they just got in the door, it's a fuckload of them, then we can use the offices, but it is absolutely way better if we can get them that way. Through the elevators and immediately to where they need to be. That way we can get them to the stage, or to the area above the stage, and somebody can sit there on the stage, ready to give people more information if they need to. That makes sense for everybody.
Hi.
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
In the case
of them being sort of near that door, right? They're being sort of held at the doorway. Is there any way, if there is a patron that is within this walled circle? Because of course, this is a wall. We'd have to go get closer to the enemies to get them to the office. Is there any way that we can get them to the office straight from here?
No, there is not. You would have to go around the wall, and that's why it is so much preferred that we go through this way.
Actually, in theory, if you really need to.
I mean, yeah, technically you could jump it.
Now, I will say for that,
That is
not
something that
everyone
you
can jump the
do,
tables.
But not everybody can jump the tables. And more importantly, putting them in that position will make them a target.
Correct.
Yes.
I will say it is easier to jump over that wall over there if you are really in a rush for the elevator. However, if going around there will provide more cover. So.
Yes.
Just
We
wanted to
want
clarify
give them
that
as
in
much
terms of
cover as
positions.
possible.
I'm sorry, my body.
Now, the scenario I'm gonna run you guys through is gonna be relatively calm, just because that's what would normally happen. Before we start, any more questions? Okay. So, Slade, will you also help by being a patron?
I'll be a patron.
Sure.
Oh
What do you
boy.
need me to do?
I need you to be
He's fondling the menu.
No.
Understood.
Patron. Do you guys want to be patrons?
I'll be right back real
You
quick.
guys saw the information.
Oh no.
That makes me worry.
He says that we're fun. I don't like
That makes me worry.
That is so menacing hearing Saki say that.
I am finishing my coffee. Kampai.
I know.
I don't think these 2 pages are enough.
Alright. So, the patrons are hanging out, they're having a great time, as you can see. They're vibing, they're being patrons, they're doing patron things. Now, what's going to happen is I am going to set the alarm, even though normally we would not set a lockdown alarm for something small, but I'm going to do in this case just so it's easier. But communication is going to come over the comms once I hit the bell. That, let's say, 5 people are outside and they're shooting up the building. They have guns and they're trying to get inside. So, obviously, staff is telling you to bring them upstairs. Okay? You guys just wait for a minute and I'll get it ready.
Of course.
Alright, Scorpio. Come on. Sadly, I am not a Scorpio, I am a Gemini. I just like the games.
Who did that? Let me sell something at the cash register. We're making so much money today. Look at all of this money we are making. I sell alcohol on a day-to-day basis to people who should not be drinking alcohol because it helps give them a destructive lifestyle.
You break the cash register, you pay for it.
I'll be honest, these cash registers are boring. Cafe Alka has better cash registers because I can fit in them.
We've had someone break them before.
That was Lightning Man. That was Kaz's.
Well, guess what? I'm just a guy.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, he came
Yeah,
in
we've
broke one
got
and
the
then was like,
most bar
"Oh,
staff
tell
I've ever
Sachi I
seen
did it
tonight.
like an edgy asshole."
Did we get the communique?
No, I don't think we did.
Oh, he is in a...
We are waiting for the barrier.
That's
Cafe
what
I can fit
Gonna happen right now.
cash registers there. Always a fun time.
There it is.
Shit. Oh, panic. Everybody panic. Hey, y'all should go upstairs. Go upstairs.
I agree. I will.
Go upstairs. Hey, you.
2 pounds vanilla.
Please make your way over there.
Hold on, no, I can help.
No, sir, we need to go over there.
No, I can help. I can
Hi,
fight.
sir.
I
Don't worry
can
about-
fight
Sir,
them.
we can handle
No,
it.
I can fight them. No,
My very
I can fight
apologies,
them.
sir,
No, I can
but
do
we
it.
have security specifically in order to concentrate that. Though your assistant
Well, your
is
security
a
sucks. I can do it. I can do it better.
Sir, the relic is nullifying you to less than a child. Please make your way to the back of the building.
Do we need to test that theory?
No,
Sir,
I really
no, it
appreciate
isn't.
if you did not. I'm very sorry, but we need you to go upstairs.
Can you go upstairs?
I don't respect this, nor do I like it.
I'm very
But will you
my
please
very
do it?
apologies, but
Sir, we
it's
please
kind
ask
of
while you are in
protocol.
this building and there's an emergency, we need to move you upstairs. We do
Oh, it's too
apologize for the
talking to me.
inconvenience.
I don't like it. I need to fight.
Sir, if you don't
That's what I'm
calm
here
down,
for.
we're going to
Let me
need
go
to
outside.
Move you up. Sir, if you do not calm down, we will have to move you forcefully. Please do not make us do so.
Oh, I like your tone. Fine. Fine, I'll do it.
Thank you very much.
No. The football game. No. I
Hello?
am not a part of your mini roleplay. I am not a part of this mini roleplay.
Okay.
Continue doing your jobs.
Understood.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Understood.
Please go upstairs. Hey, you person up there that totally shouldn't be upstairs. You should go upstairs. Please
Shouldn't be upstairs? Okay.
No, up there. Up there.
Oh no, I'm dumb.
Please.
Sir, will you please go upstairs to through the elevators? Thank you.
Think that's
Cannot-
everyone?
I cannot tell if she is actually part of it. The lady over there.
Tell either.
I can't tell. Let's go confront the Julie.
Everyone, please move towards the elevator.
Do you know if she's part of it?
She's not. I double checked. She's
Hey.
I think it's something else.
Okay.
Yeah, she needs a
I'm
moment,
just
she's fine.
okay. I'm just triple checking.
Get everyone up.
Yeah, I double checked. I double checked. She's fine. You just leave her.
Okay, good. Okay. Room clear. Bathroom, all that is clear.
The one that's walking in front of you?
No, Maggie, I love you. We're trying to fucking. Fucking dumbass.
You know, I have a lot of work I need to do in the morning.
Fuck me, dude. Sorry, my body's.
You're fine.
Be wildin'.
Beyond belief.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure all patrons get up here safely. Even if they're
The
I
flux.
don't get paid enough to do this. I'm not drunk enough.
Why do you think I asked for the Irish coffee?
They better not be waiting for us.
I've been here.
Oh no.
Not a little longer than they have. A little shorter than they have. Sorry, let me correct myself.
Yeah, a little shorter.
Yeah,
I've been
but-
working here
yeah.
4 years. Like, around the time we open.
Alright, up we go.
Doing great.
Are there any more patrons downstairs?
Almost didn't see that.
I believe no.
I waited
Have
to
you
make
double-
sure that everyone else came.
I looked
Fantastic.
over the barrier.
Everybody
The only
is
place.
upstairs, correct?
Yep.
Then it is our job to go into there. Please go. Come on.
Yes, I'm way too
Staff,
Thank
activating
you.
evacuation protocol. Please make sure all of the members of the patrons are inside the black room so that we can get them out.
Pretty sure people are not in the
That's very hard
restroom.
to make sure no one gets through.
Pretty sure that no one's in the
What do you
restroom.
mean? What do you mean? We checked the restroom.
We told. Okay. Okay.
We checked.
Okay.
the restroom.
I think there's people
I'm
bare.
not seeing movement here, but yeah, maybe Mad Dash check the rest. Not seeing anyone apparent, but yeah, I guess Mad Dash check the restroom.
We checked the restroom. Okay. Should we head into the black room or the not white room?
Yeah, we'll go stand.
Come on.
White, black,
Let's head in.
color room.
It's the dark room apparently. Ice.
Well, let's head in.
Come on in.
Go on in
Okay.
because they could shoot.
Bro. Stay right here.
We are
Fantastic.
roleplaying as people are
has to be bar staff.
We are all currently bar staff. Congratulations. Why is there a card on the floor? There's a card on
Wasn't
the
the
floor.
evacuation end up putting in place?
What the fuck? Say again? Say again? Say
Wasn't
again?
the evacuation put in place? Oh, hello.
We are moving people back there. That's exactly what we're doing. Oh,
Okay.
Jabu, no.
To move over to the back. Everyone needs to
Dude,
move
we're
over to
barred.
the
We're
back.
staff.
We're all
We're
waiting
staff.
on you. Yeah, but we're all still waiting on you.
And I'm senior staff, so I go next. Keep moving. Well, not senior staff.
Away from the lights. There are teleporters over at the back.
Everybody go. Everybody in the back in the club getting tipsy. Come on. Okay.
It's a teleporter, not a portal.
Everybody to the back of it.
Alright, everyone to the back.
Booty rocket everywhere.
Please,
Dude, I'm not a sardine. I'm not getting in there.
Go, everybody into
You
there.
made me quit. I'm going.
Oh shit.
Success.
You two small child, you go in there. Small child, go in there.
You asked for that one.
Hey, sir, if you feel stressed or unease, I'm a walking stress bomb. You can squeeze me as much as you want.
I got the worst one. I got
I have an eternal bleeding.
I can fix that.
You want to know the new
Emotionally.
31 is not old. That's not even middle class. So don't even have that shit with me. I don't want to fucking hear it.
If you could please make sure that I'm not dying, I would appreciate it.
Will do.
Oh.
Looks like you got hit with a horrible flu. And that's where...
I did.
Okay, guys, listen to Cordelia, please.
Thank you. Oh, we have to listen again.
Alright, listen up.
Listen to Cordelia. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can listen to Cordelia, we're almost done. Thank you. Good.
Okay. Now we are at the final stretch, the last bit. Obviously, next time I'll try and do the scenario a little more seriously, but I'm really tired and in a lot of pain. So that's how it went.
Whoa.
I hope that gave you a brief kind of idea of what we're gonna have to do should a scenario come up that we have an excursion and an evacuation. Should this happen, the teleporters can be activated by pulling off this panel
I do not know how I would be able to help.
and using these
Hopefully
buttons
I
here.
could just help by giving
They're
a smile on your
obviously
face.
labeled.
Or by being Grancha Gaming for a bit.
I am not going to actually turn them on
Both sides, all 4 archers.
because, you know, there's no reason to.
You got it. Okay. Thank you.
The teleporters are here, like in the
Oh,
door.
alright.
So, besides that, I have been informed we can open the cafe and restaurant area for people to try to relax in there, have drinks, see if we can get people to calm down.
During
If
an
that's-
incursion specifically, not like obviously an evacuation, but like
During an
while
evacuation,
they're not
obviously not.
downstairs.
Yeah. What I would most of all recommend is to make sure that you're getting everybody, all of the patrons, in the same place. Whether that be out in front of the window, so that they can see what's happening, whether that be in this room or in the cafe. I need you to make sure that everybody is in the same place and does not leave it. Because if patrons get out and they get trapped, then bar has to stay longer, or they could be injured or killed. Okay? Do you have any questions?
So, in the case that I have to ask this a little differently, if someone is uncomfortable or needs to leave early, are we allowed to turn on the portals early to let them leave?
Yes. people want to leave,
Oh,
fucking
What?
What the?
I'll go with you, Slade.
Are you?
That's another drill. It's
There's-
fine.
Okay, there's two.
Ethan and there's like a baby.
Totally
Blade and
another
Proxy are doing it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's another drill.
Mhm.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Anyways.
Our baseball bat.
I don't remember what the question was anymore. What was I saying?
The teleporters are actually activated early for people that
Yes.
are uncomfortable
They're-
or
yes.
afraid.
Which we answered.
If people are uncomfortable or afraid, if they want to leave early, if they need to leave, you can activate the teleporters early.
I'm gonna go to
Or
bed.
if you're capable of portals, making them, you can obviously escort them that way. Again,
That being said,
I will,
these
I
are.
will restate. You do not escort them through the sewers. You do not escort them through the door. The only way they are getting out of the building is teleporters or portals. Because we do not want them to get hurt or be in an active incursion.
These teleporters are technological, so they are not magical at all. They'll so unless they have an aversion to tech, they should be good. If they have like a magic allergy or something.
And if they are allergic, if they can't go through it, they can have someone like Percy or anyone else who is capable of making portals. You are permitted to do that. What is your question?
I asked this earlier, but I just want to ask so everyone else can hear. These teleporters they're technological, but they are teleporters, not portals.
That is accurate.
Right, that's what you said. Okay. Yeah, there will be some people who don't want to use them.
And those people will be offered portals, and if they
Uh,
don't like that either, they're going
Okay, security, we actually need some people down here. There is a, what is it, the Nasher? Thrasher. There is
I'm
a
on my way.
Thrasher down here.
Can we go help?
One sec, how many people?
On my way now.
There's already like 5
There's
minutes.
Thrashers downstairs.
Let's let them.
Oh. I don't know what
Yeah.
that is. About 5 of them.
Slade, what's happening?
Let them deal with it. It's
There are people on it already.
He said Thrasher in the sewers.
Thrasher down here!
I'm on my way, Slade.
Go downstairs and take some drinks, but not just kind of social for the time being. I think if you're finished and there's no other questions,
We have several security heading to your location, Slade. If you need more, please notify us.
Oh, there is one thing I wanted to bring up, which I didn't bring up the last time.
Bringing potions for assistance.
Due to recent events, and I've kind of said this in staff chat, if you would, please go around in groups, especially when you're in Zafira. Zafira is a dangerous city in general, but there have been incursions and stuff that have been rearing its ugly head. So I would suggest highly that you guys go in groups, go in pairs, at least in pairs, to keep yourselves safe. Okay?
And from a personal anecdote, that doesn't mean wait outside from them or near the teleporters.
Security, stop coming down! Stop coming down!
The last doors, we lost someone because we decided to meet near the exit, outside of the exit. Leave with them.
Understood.
They said it best. We're a family. We gotta watch out for each other. Yes.
Has there ever been an attack at the onsen? Is it safe?
No, we have not had an attack at the onsen yet.
But
well,
that's kind of protected
don't say
by another country and their protection. Sorry, go ahead.
There was one outside the onsen, so that is a possibility. Walking down the path.
Outside is different, but yes.
Directly outside, but not in.
There's always possibilities that someone will attack you, but it's not as dangerous as here.
Japan is much nicer than Saphira City. I can attest. It is like way safer.
Any more questions?
It's
Because
a
I have
lot
to go
safer than.
again.
Okay, go.
Good luck. Japan has definitely been the most safe place.
Look, Neo Japan hits different. Anyway, any other questions? Yeah.
Can we go home?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you guys are security, so just if there is a Thrasher issue, just make sure you go in a group or you ask security before you leave.
I'm gonna take a look at that real quick. Does anyone want to join me?
I would suggest not. There's already too many cooks in the kitchen.
Alright, 1 second.
No, I would suggest not. I would suggest not. There's already too many chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah, Slade was screaming, saying to stop going down there.
To the...
Yeah, I can do that with you.
What's your favorite color?
I'm gonna sit on the couch and wait.
That's fair.
I'd say Pan's gray.
Flying your Thrasher is down.
Okay, Thrasher's down.
Thrasher down.
For those who are not in security comms, Thrasher is down.
There was a Thresher?
Mhm.
If we need any medical checkups, I'm currently in the bathroom at the exit of one of these sewer grates, so if anyone needs it, I'm around.
I quit the cafe, but I'm still working here. I just don't know what.
I can also help with medical if needed.
The arrow that was taking
Percy, as well as a separate incident from Ava. Recently we were out in the warehouse district, edge of the waterfront, by Hell's Row, where Devil May Repair is, Persephone's Clectus' shop. Perfect. Eva has one that has not been. Thank you.
I don't know if Miss Patty or Min have informed you, but we did have a little incident outside the other night when everyone had left. Myself, Patty, Min, and a patron, Aries, I think, was, I think, shot at least by an arrow, and that's where we were told to get to cover, and then a crystal formed from it. I don't know if that got reported yet. They tried to shoot us, so...
As previously stated, the constructs are to be destroyed upon sight. Not captured, not pitied. Destroyed.
Understood. So if I see one, I'll be sure to shoot it with my gun. Or smash it to death with a kanabo.
From security.
But if they're constructs, blunt objects are the best things for it.
That button upstairs activates the bridge for the game.
Yeah. But it's
Yes,
nothing.
the kanabo is metal.
I'm aware of that. I just wanted Everest is. Yeah, how to
We should discuss the liability problem you have on your hands at some point.
Excuse me.
What's my liability? The very obvious chance of someone dying from a drink is still putting the Lotus liable. We've been given a waiver. Yeah. Liability waivers don't allow you to murder people. We don't. I'm a lawyer. Sorry. The problem is.
Where's Lorelai? Where is she?
I went over there.
She was just there.
She went in the offices.
Huh?
Offices.
What's up? Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Okay. Ah.
It is fair. You've been here, what, all day?
She's been here most of the day. Everest and I think Percy and Cord and Slate have been here twice today. Because we had an earlier meeting.
I remember seeing that on the
Well,
comms.
earlier today.
Let's go.
I've saved for both of them, so it's fine.
I sadly was unable to do the first one. I would have.
It's fine.
Yeah, it was a little bit early for me.
That's fine, it was... Some people can make it earlier than others. And some decided to stay a little bit longer, even past the first one. Like I said, I had nothing really major to do. I have probably dinner and a roommate to get back to. A kid and a roommate to get back to, but that's it.
Preparations to prepare for. Or, yeah.
I will.
You too.
I will send her the document of everyone that wishes to
Where are they?
sign up.
Roxy,
But
okay?
I know.
Yes.
Alright, I'm just gonna go around to some people. Julie, you wanted to sign up for medical as well, didn't you? I got you.
Can I use my magical healing for that one?
So the first aid training in particular is about actual first aid. Yes, if you can use your healing to help people, absolutely, that's fine.
Also, at your current status in the Lotus, you wouldn't be able to use your magic within our area.
That's why I asked.
You would have to get permission either from head staff or mainly from Sachi, I think is the one that.
From Sachi is the only person that can give out those bracelets.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless Sachi gives us other permissions. Alright, so who else wants to?
I'm just asking.
I know, it's fine.
Who else wants to?
You wanna be? Okay.
What's up?
What's up?
Akari.
Talk now, or do you want to talk later?
What do you want?
Phila?
Want to go somewhere private? Or...
About first aid training.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Obviously.
Yep.
It's gotta be past midnight though.
Did you want to, Ethan?
I already got.
I think you.
That's an interesting thing coming from you though.
I'm getting everyone's name down.
It's not my first time. End up getting training from it. Technically, this will be my third time.
The mark's finally showing up.
I kind of forgot to cover it with makeup today. I'm not gonna end up going back to the house today.
Where are you going?
A little trip.
Hmm?
I'll be a little trip. I'll be alright.
What, are you going with Nikki somewhere?
No, I still don't think that they appreciate my presence at the current moment.
Then what little trip? Who are you going with? At
Trying
least
to
that
get
I know.
trying to get rid of these. I guess chugging 2 things of potion ends up getting them stuck.
To all those that have been in contact with a fresher, if you yourself have been in contact with any of the acid, please come towards me to the entrance of the little offices so I can check on you. Thank you.
Did you get hit by acid?
My clothing would have been fucked. My clothing would have been fucked, and as you can see, I am not.
Okay.
Plus, I talked to my tailor today, and turns out my combat outfit is almost done.
Nice. That's good.
And I'm gonna have a couple others as well.
Oh,
Turns out
spares.
somebody still had my assets.
Ooh.
Other than that,
I don't know what I mean. I don't know what you're talking about. I always take a good.
nearly all of my
rest
stuff is dead.
No matter what.
I don't believe you.
Mhm. You could go ahead.
The biggest fucking lie I've ever heard.
Go ahead if you wish.
Last time I did that, you ended up getting taken.
Correction.
You know
Last
I'm not
time.
lying.
Correction. Last time you did that, you ended up going and getting caught in a sleep thing. I have my bag. I have ammo that is blanks. Or rather, rubber bullets.
Blanks.
I have rubber bullets.
For what? What are you attacking?
I'm not attacking. It's just in
Rubber
case
bullets don't do shit.
It is just in case he ends up getting me into one of the sleep things.
Oh, I have items for that.
Yeah, now I do as well.
They reach
So then
into the
he-
pocket a bunch and pulls out a duffel bag. I worked on it all last night, anyways.
That's why you were working on
Cut your
those.
sword in it, axe, whatever. Yeah, I don't sleep. Silva probably didn't tell you this. I don't sleep.
Well, it's more I don't need to sleep.
So you moved away from our cuddles. What?
No,
How dare? How
I was still
dare?
in the same bed. I was just working.
How dare?
I was working in the bed.
Still, we're not holding me though. Wait, I need to talk to that dude. Cade. Cade. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
My arm has been crushed by a thrasher.
Presume you know how to fix that.
Yes, but it will take time and resources.
That is fair.
I should be good in a few days.
That is fair. I'm gonna end up going on a little trip. When I'm back on the trip, do you want to go get candy again or something?
Sure. Simply contact me and let me know when you have returned. Have a good night.
You as well. There they are.
I'm
Really, you'll be the first person I ask.
Is there any medical assistance?
Heading out as well,
I heard that you got
Everest.
acidified.
Alright, thank
I
you
got clean
for
with
your
it.
help.
I'm gonna take care of the rest back home.
With water? Okay.
Is there
Yeah,
anything else I can
yeah.
assist with?
I did get clean with water, but I've got my own stuff as well.
I
I'll
don't
actually
think
make
so.
sure my suit's all nice and good and pretty.
Understood. Miss Proxy has a chunk missing from their arm, but they will
Are we doing what we did
fine
yesterday
since
or
they
no?
have nannies to repair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Weird how that happened.
That's good.
Like everybody's
Hear that
The
again?
anime?
Yes.
Alright.
will
I'm
know
gonna
that
message
the
Holly about the
Uh,
I got other plans. This is fine.
how's your
later.
head?
I was
Or
planning
while
on
listening
going
now,
to my
on
trip
the way
after
over.
this.
Yeah, don't you go like, you know,
Yes.
Mhm.
I was going to go yesterday or Thursday, but I need to attend this.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let's go.
I played that little video game that he keeps playing. Stalker, I think it was.
He is obsessed with that game.
More than you can imagine. I
I'm
can
there when
witness
he
most of
plays
his
it.
memories.
Hmm.
Yes, I am. Hello.
Anyway.
Hello.
I gotta get home to my kids.
I'm surprised nobody's asked why I'm female.
Oh, congratulations.
Sometimes
enjoy
I
it.
don't want to ask.
Yeah, have a good one.
This one enjoys it.
I enjoy it very much.
Think fast. Alright,
Ugh.
get the fuck out of here.
Okay, night.
Gay.
I know. Technically, you're gay. Anyways, where's my wife?
No hard feelings, huh?
Did
She
she
left.
leave?
She left.
Wow, my wife left me. How fucking dare they?
I hope you deal with the divorce. Okay.
No, you did what you had to.
Oh no.
Feeling any, feeling woozy or anything?
I think I should go.
Everything working all good?
Hmm.
Oh, I have given misinformation.
Oh.
I'm out. I'll see you guys later.
Your wife's over there.
Thanks for your help today.
Bye.
You sure you're alright?
I'm stealing the robot for repairs.
When did it get
Understood.
hurt?
Alright, well.
Probably with cleaning the acid. It got some of it on itself.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Have a good night.
To follow you to the car. To Portal.
I want to lay down, I want to sit in a nice comfy chair, and I want to proceed to drink coffee and proceed to probably pass out.
Mm-hmm.
To die.
10-foot long
You understand it all.
I'll message you.
I was the very dad.
Also, sorry for coming out of the blue with that.
You're fine. I actually cleared up I cleared up 2 spots on my list. So remaking this, because honestly, the only thing I really liked about it were the clothing, the eyes, the hair, and the
Please keep the eyes for the love of God.
Eyes is
I
wonderful.
did those. I made those eyes.
I know.
The eye-
I'm asking to keep them.
The eyes are wonderful.
The eyes and the hair and the horns are the 3 things that I request that you keep.
Yeah, I'll probably keep the same outfit, but I'm gonna put it on something, a body base.
Can you do
and
me a
head base
favor?
that is 10 times better.
I don't want to be wearing a dead person's clothing set.
I'm trying to see if I can get something.
You know what I mean. Exactly.
So the tall model, you want a different outfit?
No, the tall model, keep it. That's all fine. Don't do anything to it. Leave that as is. Just
change the face on it.
Yeah, change the face. Please run the face by me beforehand, because if you use the previous face that you used for the Ezra model, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of that one.
Oh, no worries. I'll show you a bunch of old faces that I got sitting around. I mean, I got the one that I used for Lexa, I have, which is the same one I used.
When I do a poke.
Even when Ethan, even when you as Ethan are just like about to go into combat, you see paper float around the room. I was like, whoa, he's so depressed. Even his description is depressing. What the fuck?
You're just gonna see a bunch of paper float around him, and then his outfit is going to.
You're just gonna see a bunch of paper floating around him.
Yeah.
Even the paper float's depressed. What the fuck?
It be like that. It be like that.
Did you notice something?
Yo, I was about to say, you got that new ink. I see you with that new ink, huh?
Oh, it's not a good thing.
You finally cuffed up. You cuffed up to Boo Thing. Is that a good thing?
It is not a good thing whatsoever.
Is that what that means?
It is not a
Oh,
good
it's
thing.
not a good thing. Oh.
It is not. It's a hunter's
no.
mark.
Oh no. Oh no. Who we killing?
The same person that she's been trying to
Killing
kill for the
everybody.
past few months.
I'm killing everybody. Once this is repaired.
If you want to end up joining, just talk to Silva.
Nah. If it's Silva's shit is like end game level shit. I don't fuck with that shit. That shit hurts.
Why do you think she almost died like 2 times?
My fucking jaw.
Yeah, nah, that's end game level shit. This boy is not anywhere near ready for end game level.
Well, this girl is not whatsoever.
One of those fucking things.
I'll just say, unfortunately, you wised up to him, so I can't help you with that one day. You bunned up underneath him, so you know it kind of come with the territory.
It does. This girl is like girlfriend, and it's like it's a partner. Now she has to deal with this shit.
You're gonna have to. Unfortunately, it's gonna put you in a position where you just gonna have to level up real fast.
Very much so. That's why there's a
So
certain
you
thing
gotta do the best
happening.
you can.
That's why she's going on a trip. So then, one, she does not get scolded at again, or she's gonna get scolded at, but not at the same reason.
She's probably just scolded at regardless. She's
She's
gonna
gonna
do
get
what she
scolded at
gotta
regardless.
do.
Basically, she's gonna end up
Yeah.
going. She has a machine that helps her open a portal to help because she does not know how to.
Oh wow.
Thing that she forgot, and I also forgot. I got told this out of character.
Oh god.
It's one-time use.
I almost did.
Oh, so she's just going and she's gotta find her own way out.
I'll bring it to everyone
She's gonna
else.
get trapped in hell. Hi.
I will see you later.
All right.
I'm gonna be in my Discord regardless, but I will see you later.
Yeah.
For they do for Bloodstone and Zara.
Have fun on your trip. Meanwhile,
Yeah, I want to do one. I want to do one last scene as this girl. It's like after she dropped off this one, and yeah, I need to go do it.
Oh my god, coffee. Go drink tea, man.
Yes, you guys heard that correctly. She is going to hell. Fight. Literally. Like, literally, she is going to hell. Now, yeah, I can find a certain thing to pull up the world that I saved. I did not save in VR chat. I saw it on Twitter. It was a wonderful place. I have learned. Can I please find it? Here's one. Here's one of them. Me. We're doing one last scene, but it's a solo scene. Found it. Hello, everyone. Oh, this place. I find it funny how much we have in common. at times. Like, I had to say it for a while. Just find another place. Yeah, nah. Let's just keep it here. Okay, I got dropped off. This is far enough where the signal. Well, this is kind of like a different world. You got this. You can do this. If you can put it down. And plus, see, that's just more training. Let's try to be more precise this time. There we go. Change of outfits, food, and equipment. Got a job on the repair, but that's because I don't have the place. Is that in? Me already forgetting where I put my phone. What? I want the song. Okay. It's cold, no? You know, I sort of prepared for this a little bit more. Um, this one. We're just gonna do one last scene. One, because that was short. Now it's time for this one. Uh-oh. Are you? Small creatures nearby, so that's a good start. First things first, make a shelter. At least find one. Go through that way. Okay, just continue down the ominous path. Probably find out which level I'm on. We'll find out soon. Okay, little cottage. Got this minor place, this little cottage. We'll just have to continue adventuring. As well as hopefully figure out which hell this is. Figure this out. And that's it for Akari. Anyway. Where is in hell? But we need to see how long she lasts in hell. And who to feed? Yeah, he's still in mine. Let's get the boy. Let's get the Suchi. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for staying. And I will see you all next time. And just like that, this is going to be. Hey! Hold up. We're waiting for the lad. We're waiting for the ad to finish. Ad! Please add. Here. Got 2 readers. We're gonna have the love scenes running all along. Or I'm just gonna end up starting at the text RP. Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time. Bye bye! Kiss that you love.